Does it give you any advantage, any insights that you can give the rest of the boys about how Cardiff might approach, or has a lot changed even in that quite short time?
Yeah, no, looking at them, I think they're still doing a lot of things we were doing when I was there last year, but obviously they would have made a couple of few tweaks, and the coaching staff's a little bit different now. So I think they've changed a lot since we played them at home here. So I'm expecting a big challenge against them, because they have moved on a bit, and they certainly have improved since the last time we played it.
What sort of atmosphere are you expecting? Because there's a lot hanging on the game for them, isn't there?
Yeah, it should be full there, and I think with our travelling, we try going up there as well, it should be good, and it's usually good atmosphere at Cardiff Farms Park, and it's a European game, and they put a lot of emphasis on the European Cup, so hopefully there should be a lot of people there.
How shocked were they, do you think, by what happened to them down here?
Fairly shocked, I think. One of the coaches lost his job because of it, and they kind of reshuffled their whole coaching structure there. So, I think the boys that have come in have made an impact, certainly, and there's a new backs coach there. I think he will have an impact, and they've gone all right in Europe, and they've beaten Glasgow twice, and we've lost to them. So, certainly going to be a big challenge this Saturday.
Well, it's certainly a testament to how they've, rebuilt so quickly after really quite a mauling down here.
Yeah, and I think they're a young side as well. When I was there, obviously there was a lot of young boys coming through the academy system, and it's been a massive learning curve for them the last 2 years. They lost a lot of experienced players who played a lot of games for the club and a lot of internationals as well. So, it's been a learning curve for them, and they've taken the rough with the smooth, and they've come up. And they've had some great wins this year as well, beating Toulon at home, and Glasgow beating them home and away. It's great results for them as well.
Enormous competition for places here. How have you found it?
Yeah, I found it a little bit difficult, I got to be honest, but it's in a way it's good. It's been unfortunate they haven't had that much of an opportunity, but saying that, it's because the other boys have been playing well. So it's not one of them things where I'm just going to go in a corner and sulk and worry about it. It's kind of, you just got to get on with it, and just be realistic in the fact that the boys have been playing well, and we've got a young Henry as well who needs to be brought through, and he needs time on a pitch. And I think obviously I'm coming towards the end of my career, so that's it's kind of a role that I don't mind filling either.
Thank you, Coach.
In terms of it though, Ceri, this was your first taste of life at an English club. What have you seen as the difference between, say, here and being at the Blues or the Dragons before that? You were potentially in the Premiership week in, week out. Is that the biggest change?
Yeah, the biggest thing is just I think it's every week in, week out, and there's always something on every game. I suppose with the Rabo games, it isn't a relegation kind of situation, and their big emphasis is the Heineken Cup. So it kind of, even though the Rabo is a big competition for them, it kind of obviously, because of there's no relegation, there is room for development of players, and you kind of obviously it's not as important, I think.
We've seen the last few weeks, this week and obviously last week, sides like Glasgow and Wales. It's a good opportunity for their boys in particular to stake their claims for Six Nations. They use these games as like almost a test arena almost.
Yeah, they do, and I certainly with Wales, I know they base their selection around kind of European performances, and over the 4 weeks leading up to the Six Nations. So the boys be told probably that they need to play or to kind of get in and start pulling their socks up a bit, though. I need a couple of big performances.
Rob's talked about our own squad in the fact that there's opportunities now over these next few weeks to really stake a claim and then go for what is a massive Premiership block. And no doubt as a player that's wanting some game time, you want to get out there and show what you can do.
Yeah, I think any player is the same. You want to play. It's not you don't come here call a rugby player. You're not a rugby trainer, so it's it's something all of us want to do. It's kind of, and then just when you get that opportunity, you just hope it goes well, and you're trying to build on them performances one after another, and hopefully you can kind of force yourself into the team then.
And are you impressed with the group of players that are here, and especially the youngsters? We've seen the rewards of it now over the last week or so with the call-ups to England.
Yeah, I think so. And I think that the biggest thing here is just that, everyone is taking, there's a lot of respect in each and every player, and amongst the squad, everyone, looks after each other as well, and it's kind of, it's a good honest bunch, and everyone works hard, and it's kind of, there's no talking in corners behind people's backs, and everything is quite open, and I think we're all really good friends here.
Ironically, there is still a chance that the Chiefs, if results go their way, they pull out a 5-pointer at the weekend, can potentially get through to the Amlin. I know you've won that competition in the past,
yeah.
But it's a big opportunity for the Chiefs to maybe go out on a high in the Heineken.
Yeah, I think we've talked in the week, this might be the last time we play in Europe because of all of the Amlin political stuff that's going on, and I think that's the big focus for us, that it could be the last time the Chiefs have really enjoyed their time in Europe over the last 2 years. And you know, it's no better place to go really. At the Cardiff Arms Park, it's a lovely pitch and the kind of rugby we want to play. So we're hoping to go out on a big one.
As Rob's just said, you're not getting too beat up about the form at the moment. You know, performances are only a little bit. It's only small margins, literally, and one game can trigger something.
Yeah, I think, you know, we've lost the last few games, or just in between, like a kind of set between 7 points, and so, you know, and I think the reason we're losing them games is really probably our own mistakes, not actually what the teams are doing to us. So that's, you know, that's positive in a way, but we just got to try and iron them mistakes out. And kind of when we build them 10-point leads, keep going and, you know, push for the next score rather than let the team back into the game.